Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video guys, we're going to talk about the top 10 travel mistakes that I've made over the course of over 10 years of traveling to a ton of countries all over the world. Now these travel mistakes, they're not your typical like wasting money travel mistakes. I've made a ton of video on this channel all about budgeting your money and budget traveling in general. I'll link one above and below. I'll link that budget traveling playlist below. In fact, these mistakes are mistakes that I've made that ruined my time when traveling or just ruined my travel experience in some way or some form. It's not about money. So that would be super boring. We're not talking about money in this video. My hope for this video is, of course, for you to not make these travel mistakes, but also so you can identify the travel mistakes you're making right now that's ruining your time traveling and just like messing up your travel journey. So make sure you watch until the end of this video, and also please in the comments write down the travel mistakes you've made. So guys, I have 3 ebooks that you can download absolutely for free to help you budget travel. The first one is 70 ways to save money to travel. The next one is how to travel when you're absolutely broke. And the last one is how to make some money online to travel the world. So make sure you download all of that in the description. Okay, so let's jump right in. So my first travel mistake, and it's the thumbnail of this video, that's doing a very unethical activity in Thailand. And I feel so bad about it. It was not worth the picture. Yeah, I look cute in the picture, but like it was not worth it because the tigers should not have to suffer because I want to take a cute picture. So basically what they do with these tigers is that they give them some kind of sedative to make them relaxed and just not move and attack people, so that the tourists could come and take pictures with these tigers, which is like the silliest thing in the world. If the tiger doesn't want to be around you and take a picture, they should not be around you and take a picture. So I feel like this is really unethical, and I try my very best not to do things like this when I'm traveling. I try not to support businesses like this when I'm traveling, and I feel really bad about it. But it's a lesson learned to do my research and not be so like into myself and so focused on getting a cute picture with a tiger more than worrying about the health of innocent animals. The next travel mistake I made is traveling with people that annoy the crap out of me on a regular basis. So I made this mistake of, I don't really want to get too much into it just in case they see this video, but traveling with people that annoy me right here in America or right in Florida or New York, planning a trip with them is not going to make their annoying habits go away. It'll just highlight them. So dealing with all the stresses of traveling and their annoyance is not fun. So just be very mindful of who you're traveling with, who you're deciding to spend a ton of money with, especially if this is like your dream destination. Don't mess it up. Don't ruin it with somebody that's annoying. Even if you love them, even if they're part of your family and you love them, I just wouldn't risk it. The next travel mistake I made, and I did this a lot in Japan, even though Japan is super safe, this was terrible. I would drink a lot with my friends, the other teachers in Japan, and then take the train home and walk late at night to my apartment in the dark after drinking all night. That was terrible. That was a really bad idea. And thank God nothing ever happened to me, but be sure I will never ever do that again. Male or female, but in particular solo female travelers, please do not drink and take public transportation or even take a taxi. Just be on top of things and just be focused and know what the heck you're doing. The next travel mistake I made, and this was because I was being super greedy, was when I got sick in Thailand. So I was walking around an area of Bangkok with a friend, and there was lots of food vendors. So I seen this guy selling curry, and it smelled so good. And there was some like boiled eggs on the side, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get my curry and rice. And I was like, man, I would love to have some boiled egg on the side because it tastes really good. And I knew I should not have eaten that boiled egg. I was literally fighting with myself, man, I shouldn't get this, but it looks so good. Man, I shouldn't get this. And then my friend was like, also like, but I decided to get it anyway, and things did not work out so well. I was really, really sick. Not in going to the hospital sick, but going to the bathroom sick. The next travel mistake I made is getting kind of stuck in just traveling to the same place and just seeing the same thing over and over again, just because you got used to the like culture or just used to that part of the world. And I found that that was me for Europe. I got so used to traveling Europe. Like I've been traveling Europe a lot over the past 2 years, 3 years, because it's just honestly easier to travel Europe. And also I did this with Japan. When I was living in Japan, I was traveling all over Japan, and I was just getting, yes, I was enjoying discovering Japan, but there was just other places that I could go to. Korea was right there. I was like an hour or two away from Korea on the plane. Southeast Asia, there was other places that I could travel to. So my point is, I just got so used to and comfortable traveling to a certain area, I closed myself off to discovering new places. So while you're enjoying your travel journey of discovering new places, just always open yourself up to even more new places. So for example, me and my sister, we're gonna start traveling to South America a lot more. And my hope is to go to South Africa sometime next year. Yeah, I'm taking my advice and I'm opening up to new places around the world. The next travel mistake I made is not being smart about writing down where my hotel is, where the heck I'm staying, so that I can easily go back there. The biggest mistake I made in Taiwan was not knowing where the heck my hotel was, the name of my hotel. I had no idea where I was staying. My cell phone went dead, and again, I did not have a hard copy of my address. So I probably wandered around Taipei for like a good 4-5 hours trying to figure out what to do. Yes, I did go shopping and I did get some food, so I made the best of the time. But again, I didn't know where I was and where to go. So I did figure out where my hotel was, and everything worked out smoothly. Again, I had a great time being lost in Taiwan. I spoke more about this in my video, Travel Anxiety. I'll link that above and below. But I was able to figure out where my hotel was, but you better believe I always have a copy of my address on my laptop, in the notes section of my phone, and I have a hard copy. Never again will I get lost and stranded in a country. The next travel mistake I made was taking really bad advice from people about my travel journey. So I had a friend that told me, we're no longer friends by the way, that told me that I was traveling so much because I was running away from life. And I actually believed her, because I was like, am I running away from life? And she actually convinced me that that was truth. I was running away from life, when in fact, I was running towards life. I was experiencing life to the fullest. I don't know what her motivation was behind that comment, but it did affect me. But this was really, really bad advice for me, because it just wasn't my truth. I was not running away from anything. So never, ever again will I make the mistake of having someone else tell me why I'm doing something. I know why I'm traveling, and that's all that matters. So don't let other people tell you anything about your travel journey. And most importantly, don't let other people like comment or convince you that how you're traveling is wrong. Like for example, if you're a luxury traveler and you want to stay at all the touristy neighborhoods and do all the touristy things, that's your business, and that's awesome. If you're a backpacker and you want to stay in these like super cheap places and eat street food, that's also cool too. Just travel how you want to travel. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't make the mistake and let somebody tell you why you're doing something. Like, that's dumb. The next travel mistake I made, and I just spoke about this a second ago, was not traveling the way I wanted to travel. Sometimes I felt pressured from certain people in my life to travel a more fancier, luxurious way. That's just not how I like traveling. I like staying in Airbnbs and living near like the people and not being around too many like tourist sites. That's just the way I like to travel. And to do this, I have to stay at Airbnbs. I have to stay like outside the city center. So I did question myself a lot, like, maybe I should stay at a hotel, or why am I staying at this super cheap Airbnb? I could just stay at this hotel, just pay the extra money. I did question myself a lot and like second guess myself, but that was a mistake. I know why I'm traveling the way I'm traveling. It makes me happy, and you should do the same. Travel the way you want to travel, whatever makes you happy. The next travel mistake I made, and I realized this was a mistake 10 years ago, was waiting for people to travel with. Now I have my sisters, they are into traveling, so I have people to travel with now. But when I first started traveling, no one wanted to travel with me. They thought I was crazy for wanting to go to these countries and spend all this money. So guess what? I had to start solo traveling. My first solo trip was to Sri Lanka. I went to Sri Lanka for a month. And from there, I was like, I don't need anyone. I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do. I just did so many things by myself, and that's just because I decided I'm not gonna wait around for someone to go with me. I'm just gonna do the research, figure out how to do it, save my money, and just do it by myself. So don't make that mistake. Do not wait for people to travel with. And my very last mistake I made was letting my travel anxieties stop me from traveling. So I made a whole video, again, I mentioned this earlier, on travel anxieties. I had and I still have many different travel anxieties. Anyone that I travel with will tell you that. There's a lot of things that still make me very nervous and anxious, but I did let my travel anxiety stop me from traveling for some time. For example, one thing I really wanted to do when I was in college, I really wanted to spend a semester in Denmark, but I was just so afraid for the long flights, being around different people that didn't speak English. And I had a lot of different travel anxieties, including my fear of flights, and this definitely stopped me from traveling. But what I did do was face my travel anxieties. And like I said, one of them was my fear of flying. So what I did was, my flight to Sri Lanka, I was traveling for 24 hours straight, and I had 3 different flights, and they were all about 7 to 8 hours each. So yeah, I think I got over my fear of flying from that trip to Sri Lanka. So guys, what's a travel mistake that you made that you want to share with the community and help each other out? Make sure you write that in the description. I really do hope this video helped you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.